What's up, everybody? What's your deepest obsession? Sorry about that. It's not that type of video. Well, no, never mind. My name is Matt with Elevating Yourself, and today we're going to be talking about the power of obsession. That's right, it's a power. We're going to be exploring why people fear obsession, how you can use it to your advantage, and some dark sides of obsession that maybe could be getting in your way. Look, there's a fine line when it comes to obsession. Obsession, it's not a bad thing when directed with purpose. I think that obsession tends to get kind of a nasty rap because of the negative connotations that come with it. But if you think about any top performer in any field, they got there because of an unrelenting obsession with their craft. Look, the greatest innovators, athletes, and creators got to their position because they were obsessed with their craft, not balance. Balance is something that people use when they don't want to be exceptional. I mean, look at people like Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Steve Jobs. None of these people were people that just did their talent just mildly, just every once in a while. These people were obsessed with their craft. And like, people talk a lot about passion and obsession together, and passion is great, but it tends to fade. And obsession is there to kind of pick things up and keep that fire burning. Passion is the excitement, whereas obsession is the commitment. And that is why passion is a fantastic tool, but obsession is the thing that will bring you to mastery. So next, why do people fear obsession? There is a fear that comes with obsession, and I think that society tends to make us think that everything has to be in moderation. And I think that there are some areas where moderation is good. Eating unhealthy foods, you want to do that in a moderate fashion. But when it comes to the things that really drive you, moderation never got anyone anywhere but mediocrity. And there's also a fear of burnout when it comes to obsession. Look, obsession isn't supposed to be running you into the ground. It's actually there to give you purpose and make you focus on the things that are actually really important. Look, burnout tends to happen when you obsess over the wrong things, like pleasing others, or maybe setting yourself some unrealistic expectations. I mean, think about it. When you go all in on something, that can be pretty scary, and it can be very scary to others. And I think in those situations, especially when maybe people don't really agree with your obsession, maybe they're not obsessed over the same things, and so they don't look at it in the same light, and they think that maybe you're spending too much time there, you're wasting your time, you should be spreading out your time maybe a little bit better. But that's the thing, is that if you're directing your obsession in the right way, then the things that you're doing are actually benefiting you in the end. And they don't understand that, and that's okay. And a lot of times when this happens, they'll tend to say things like, you're too focused in on it, you're too obsessed over it. But that's the thing, is that they're just kind of insecure with maybe their own obsessions, and they're looking at it as an unhealthy way of spending your time. But don't get discouraged when it comes to that stuff. That is just their own insecurities. Now, just like anything else, there's a good side to obsession, and there is a
dark side to obsession.
Wow. I don't know where that came from. Look, there's also a fine line between obsession and self-destruction. And the biggest thing there is control. You want to make sure that you are able to control your obsession, because if you don't, then there's a good possibility that it can control you. Look, relationships can suffer, your health can decline, or you could even get burnt out before you even really get started. This video isn't designed to let your loved ones know that you're going to just obsess over one thing and there isn't going to be any reprieve. And look, there is a difference between a productive obsession and a destructive addiction. A productive obsession is going to fuel progress, whereas a destructive addiction is actually going to eat everything in its path. And the biggest thing there is, like I've already talked about, it's control. If you have the control, then you are able to progress yourself with your current obsession, and it's not going to get out of hand. It's not going to lead to some of these unhealthy obsessions that we've talked about. So how can you use this obsession as a superpower? There are actually 4 things that you can do to really kind of boost you into the direction that can benefit you in the end. First is clarify your purpose. Obsession without direction is just wasted energy. Obsession can be very powerful, but if you're not clear on your goals, then you're just setting yourself up for failure. Second, build an environment that fuels your focus. You should be surrounding yourself with things that support you, not distract you. That's the important thing when it comes to this, because you want to make sure that you've got your workspace set up, you've got people around you that are going to help you and push you forward, not distract you and take you away from the things that you want to accomplish. Third is ruthlessly eliminate distractions and time wasters. This is an important one because if you're not spending time in the thing that you're obsessed with, then you're just wasting time. And again, you want to still maintain healthy boundaries, but again, don't be doing things that are going to distract you, because every minute that you take away from the thing that's going to make you successful, from the thing that you're most passionate about, is wasted time. And lastly is training your mind for the long-term obsession. There is a compounding effect when it comes to obsession, and those small steps at the beginning can lead to massive impacts in the end. You just have to make sure you're staying consistent. Obsession is not a sprint, it's a marathon, and you have to make sure that you're preparing yourself mentally for that long haul. Thanks for watching today. Look, there is far too much negativity when it comes to obsession. When you learn how to control it, when you learn how to harness the energy that can come from this obsession, then the world is your oyster. There's nothing that's gonna stop you. And I'm excited for those that really can embrace their obsessions and really harness the power of it, because it can really benefit you in the end. If you hadn't had a chance, do me a favor and check out some of the other videos I've got posted. Remember, elevating yourself to the next level starts with just a single step. Take your step today. We'll see you next time.